Many of you may be familiar with the classic Christmas song, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, where Grandma, walking home from our house Christmas Eve, was hit and run over by a reindeer. Now granted, this is just a comical Christmas song, and in real life, Grandma and the reindeer switched positions. Unfortunately though, Grandma just doesn't hit reindeer. Sometimes she'll hit your friends, your neighbors, or your family members, and she'll kill them because she mistook the gas from the brake and ran a red light. Elderly driving mistakes are becoming a serious problem across the country and in particular the state of New Jersey. I have consulted numerous government and motor vehicle agencies for the information in this speech, and my interest in this topic was fueled by my mother, a physical therapist who came home from work one day and told me a story about one of her 85-year-old patients. She mistook the gas from the brake and broke her hip because she flipped her car over a concrete curb stop in a parking lot. Driving mistakes made by the elderly are becoming more of a problem because elderly are living longer, and this has more elderly people on the road. To address this issue, elderly citizens should be retested in their driving abilities at 65, 70, and every 2 years after 70, and their skills will be evaluated on the road with an official. So why are all these accidents happening with senior citizens? The aging process reduces motor skills, affects judgment, coordination, and results in more accidents, as you can see here. According to the New Jersey State Police Fatal Accident Investigation Unit, between 2006 and 2008, there were more drivers aged 65 or older that were killed in accidents than drivers that in any other age bracket. Elderly drivers are less likely to be killed in a crash involving high speed or a crash involving alcohol. And USA Today reports that elderly drivers are more likely to be involved in slow speed crashes and crashes because of driving mistakes. Writer Julia Layton from HowStuffWorks.com mentions that as we age, our eyes become less sensitive to light, require more time to refocus, and are more susceptible to glaring because the pupils shrinken and the lenses thicken. She also states that peripheral vision and depth perception become impaired, and older people have more trouble distinguishing yellow lights from red lights and running lights from brake lights. WebMD states that motor function naturally decreases with age. This includes a decline in muscle strength, coordination, and dexterity, which is how quickly the muscles react to stimuli. From my audience analysis questionnaire, 75% of you stated that you either have poor or average experience driving with elderly citizens on the road. So, what could be done to limit the number of unsafe elderly drivers on the road? New Jersey should mandate that all citizens be retested at age 65, and a road test would be conducted with an official motor vehicle employee. The first test is at 65, and the second test at 70. After 70, elderly drivers should be retested every 2 years, since according to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, the number of crashes per million miles driven nearly doubles between the ages of 65 and 75. So how would this plan work, and what would happen if an elderly citizen does not pass the road test? In the proposed plan, drivers will be evaluated holistically based on their driving abilities in a number of different categories. They will be scaled in categories such as vision, muscle coordination, reaction time, and judgment. Their scores will be summed after the test and compared to a standard base score that they must receive to pass. If they don't pass the test, the reasons why they did not pass will be explained to them, and they will have the opportunity to correct these shortcomings and retake the test. For example, if poor vision was the reason why they did not pass the test, the senior citizen would have the opportunity to consult a physician and possibly obtain a new pair of glasses and retake the test. If they continually fail the test, they will again have the opportunity to correct their shortcomings or surrender their license and not be able to drive. It is understandable that seniors who do not pass the test will feel like they won't be able to get around if they don't have a car anymore. However, there is an existing solution that's been in place for some time. In Middlesex County in New Jersey, there is a public transportation program where shuttle buses take seniors to popular shopping places or places of interest because these seniors who cannot drive or choose not to drive utilize the service. The buses pick up these senior citizens at their home and bring them wherever they need to go. And I have witnessed this numerous times because one of my neighbors is an elderly citizen and routinely uses this service. Even though the proposed solution may reduce the number of unsafe senior drivers on the road, there are some that do not favor a program where seniors would be retested on their driving abilities. The National Motorist Association does not believe poor vision or a lack of motor skills are the reasons for elderly driving crashes. They believe that diseases such as Alzheimer's affect judgment and understanding of the road, and do not support retesting because these factors do not address diseases causing bad driving. MassLive.com, a Massachusetts news reporting website, recently posted an article that details a bill currently in debate in the Massachusetts Senate. If passed, this bill would require drivers aged 75 or higher to take a test that would assess their cognitive and physical skills. Clodovaldo Concepcion, a member of the Springfield, Massachusetts City Council, opposes this bill because he feels it contains age discrimination against elders. However, there are other sides to these oppositions. According to WebMD, most people begin to experience natural vision changes in their 40s, which can affect their driving abilities. Furthermore, Representative Joseph Wagner, head of the Joint Committee on Transportation, feels that we shouldn't just pick an age to start testing elderly citizens. He feels that age is not a factor in driving ability, and believes that people should be granted a license regardless of age if they are able to pass a road test. As you can see, elderly driving mistakes on the road are becoming more of a problem in America and New Jersey. I urge you to support the implementation of a testing program where seniors would be evaluated holistically on their driving abilities. It has been shown that vision becomes poor, muscles lack coordination, and response time decreases as you get older. By reducing the number of elderly drivers on the road who cannot drive safely, New Jersey roads will be safer for all. If such a policy is put into effect, the next time you hear Grandma got run over by a reindeer, you might feel more at ease, knowing that Grandma won't be mistaking the gas from the brake.
Thank you.